Hi, this is Trey Pastor, and welcome to Trey Pastor Saturday Horror Reviews. Episode, I think it's 4. Is it 4 for me? No, episode 5, excuse me. Episode 5. Okay, and I went to the my Universal Monster Coffin edition that I had to pick out a horror movie, and I decided to pick on Phantom of the Opera, the 1943 version, which, there's the Phantom there. You can see him there. It's Claude Rains. Right there, you see him up there. You can see him real good. And I think there's a shot of him. Let me see in this edition that you can see him with Christine right there. And put it closer there. There you go. There's him with Christine, Claude Rains, Suzanne Foster. There he is, Phantom, right there. It's the 1943 version, which was filmed in color, of course. Hold on, let me put this back. Okay. Put this down. Now, Claude Rains is one of my favorite actors of all time. You know, he did of course, The Invisible Man and a lot of other movies, and I just absolutely love. Claude Rains is just a fantastic actor. Anyway, this version, like I said, came out in 1943, and this is like 92 minutes, and it's filmed in color. Starring Nelson Eddy, who plays Anatole Garon, is another singer. And the company, Suzanne Foster is Christine Dubois, and then you have Claude Rains is Enrique Claudin, the Phantom. Then you have Edgar Barrier as Raoul Dubois, and a bunch of other characters. But most people know the basic story of the Phantom of the Opera. And this one, they kind of changed it around a little bit. And in this one, you have, the orchestra pit violinist Claudin, played by Claude Rains, who's hopelessly in love with soprano Christine Dubois. And what he does is he basically sells all his money to secretly pay for her lessons to improve her singing and stuff. And he pays to the point where he's practically broke. And of course, and when he's on the verge of the manager one night, the manager notices. The conductor notices that he's not hitting all the right notes during the concert, during the opera, and he pulls him to the side and has him play, and then he basically tells him, Claudine tells him that his left hand has a tremor, and he can't really play like he used to, and the conductor is sympathetic, but he says, listen, you can't be in the orchestra anymore, but I'll give you a lifetime pass. And of course, he goes back to his rather run-down room that he shares. And it's, like I said, his only great passion is helping Christine, who he's fallen helplessly in love with, helping her succeed to be a great singer, opera singer. But he has he has an opera that he wants to get published, and in that way he figures he can fund Christine's further lessons. But of course, when he goes to the publishing house, they basically wind up stealing his thing, and he winds up in a fit of rage murdering one of the publishers, and he gets acid thrown in his face for his troubles. Of course, and then of course the police are on the hunt for him because he murdered one of the publishers, and he has to basically goes underground. And also in the story, you have the baritone Anatole and Police Inspector Rao, who are basically romantic rivals for Christine. Okay, and this movie has a lot more comedic elements. They kind of play up the comedic elements a little bit. The horror, not so much, but there's horror there because, like I said, the Phantom does murder a few people, but Claude Rains makes the movie for me. Especially he's so sympathetic in the beginning of the movie. You see where before he does his Phantom turn or heel turn as the Phantom, he you feel for him because that he's there's a great scene where he goes to see the conductor, but he passes Christine in the hallway, and he basically tells her that he's a great admirer of hers, and he even to the point where he actually, he calls him Mr. Dubois. He doesn't at first, because he's being respectful, and then he, slip the moment he kind of lets his guard down for a minute and calls her Christine, which he catches himself and immediately apologizes for. And it's, you just feel so much for Claude Rains because he, obviously, he's an older man and he's hopelessly in love with this young singer, and he wants the best for her. He's to the point where he sacrifices basically his whole living to make sure she succeeds. And of course, like I said, once he becomes the Phantom, he goes underground, and then anybody that tries to stop Christine from, he tries to help her, of course, in various ways, and anybody that tries to get in her way of her succeeding, he takes care of. Okay, and like I said, they play up the comedic elements a little bit more in this movie, a lot, and it's an entertaining movie too. And the opera, I don't hate opera, but I ain't listening to opera. But the music in this movie is fantastic. Okay, and like I said, the singing, you have to give Suzanne Foster and Nelson Eddy, who did their own singing in this movie, absolutely fantastic voices. And like I said, the music is fantastic, and doesn't put me to sleep. And like I said, they played the comedic elements because there's that rivalry between Anatole and Raoul, for Christine's affections. So I guess they changed it around it, because I think in the original movie I think Raoul was just, I don't know if there was a baritone, but maybe, like I said, I got the only other version than this that I've seen. I think I've seen parts of it. Not all is the one with Emmy Rosen and what's his name, Gerard Butler, and I think Patrick Wilson's in that too. I've seen parts of that one, but so I don't know if that rivalry between. But anyway, in any event, that's like I said, the horror elements in this, or like I said, he gets disfigured, and of course he has to wear the mask and skulk about the the theater, terrorizing the theater and stuff. Like I said, they kind of play up the comedic elements in this movie a lot more than I guess. And the horror is that the horror, of course, that you have this madman running around, and of course, murdering people that get in his way from stopping Christine, who he absolutely loves, from succeeding. And like I said, it's 92 minutes. Like I said, they play the the comedic elements in it, but I still found it entertaining. And I'm gonna give Phantom of the Opera, this version of it, at least. I'm gonna give this version of it. I'm going to give it a 7. Yeah, I'm going to give it a 7. Mostly because Claude Rains' performance, I thought it was just really good. And maybe if they'd added a little bit more, if they toned down a little bit of the humor and played up more of the comedic elements, and like maybe made the movie a little bit longer, then I'd have probably give it more than that. But Claude Rains, to see it alone for the music's fantastic, and the comedic elements are not that bad. Like I said, that rivalry between the inspector and the baritone singer is pretty funny. Okay, with them vying for Christine's affections, but Claude Rains makes the movie because you feel for his character so much in the beginning of the movie, where he just he's basically he's a humble guy, and he's like I said, he's in love with this girl, and he's trying to help her succeed, anonymously, by, basically the point where he's going broke because he's spending all his money on getting her lessons and stuff, and you really feel for him when he gets the acid thrown in his face, and then it's just kind of tragic all the way around. So anyway, the Phantom of the Opera is a tragic story anyway. Okay, so this version I think is pretty good. Like I said, I'm gonna get the version with Emma Rosen and Gerard Butler and Patrick Wilson. That's the version, like I said, that I saw on HBO, I think, one time, like part of it. So I want to get that version. I'm going to get that version of it. Anyway, let me know what you think. If you've seen this 1943 version on the Phantom of the Opera, let me know what you think. Feel free to leave comments down below. And this is Trey Passer for the Horoscope 101 channel. And for Trey Passer Saturday Horror Reviews, edition 5, volume 5, I believe. Feel free to leave comments. And this is Trey Passer saying so long and take care.